Have you ever felt that nagging doubt after walking out of an LSAT study session like you spent hours talking, but you aren't actually any closer to boosting your score? If so, you're not alone. Study groups can give you a false sense of progress, and today I'm going to show you exactly why they might be holding you back and how you can break free to unlock serious improvements. First, for those who don't know me, my name is Steve Schwartz. I've been teaching the LSAT since 2005, and I personally increased my own LSAT score from a 152 to a 175. Now, study groups often promise community, accountability, and the hope that sharing knowledge will magically solve everyone's problems. But in reality, here's what usually happens instead. You need more time analyzing arguments, but someone else is more concerned about pacing. When you try to please everyone, nobody truly gets what they need because each member has different weaknesses. Those misaligned goals cause a disconnect. Secondly, different students are using different strategies. Everyone's bringing their own tips and tricks. Some work, some don't. So you end up jumping between methods without consistency. And of course, discussing questions in a group can feel productive, but if the collective understanding is shaky, you risk reinforcing bad habits. The LSAT is all about precision, clarity, and developing a systematic approach to each section. In a group setting, precision often takes a backseat to consensus, and that can lead to stagnation. Now, of course, I am not against human interaction or discussing concepts with others, but the path to a higher score begins with independent study mastery, because when you're in control of your study plan, a few key advantages come to light. First, you have customized pacing when you're setting your own schedule. If you grasp a concept quickly, you can move on without waiting for anybody else. And if you need more time on a difficult section, you can drill down until it clicks without feeling rushed by the group's time frame. Secondly, if you study solo, you can zero in on your own personal weaknesses. Instead of scattering your effort across multiple people's issues, you systematically refine your own approach with more targeted focus. And finally, when you study on your own, every answer you get wrong is yours to analyze. You're forced to confront the exact process that led you to pick that option, and then you learn how to correct it. Of course, going solo doesn't mean you're totally alone. It just means taking ownership of your preparation while still leveraging the right tools and support to guide you along the way. Now, before we dive any deeper, I wanted to share a valuable and free resource that can jumpstart your solo study approach. I've created a free Easy LSAT cheat sheet that puts together some of the best strategies I've discovered over years of helping students. It's quick, it's simple, and it's designed to help you see immediate improvements in your studying. If you're interested, you can get it below this video. Again, totally free. It's a great way to get some quick wins in your studying and build up your momentum. Now, you might be thinking, okay, I get that studying on your own has its perks, but do people really score higher just by skipping study groups? The answer is yes, and here are a couple of reasons why. If you study on your own, you then have a reliable routine that you control, whether you could do an hour one day or 5 hours another day. Your schedule defines the progress and you have your own internal consistency. Secondly, you can go for depth over breadth because when you're alone, you're able to focus deeply on one concept at a time instead of being forced to run through a laundry list of topics, making sure you're covering everyone's requests. And finally, because there's no one else to blame or credit, every mistake is a chance for you to personally grow and improve in your studying. Now, the gains you can make by studying on your own can be transformative. It could be the difference between getting in or getting rejected, or it could land you a scholarship that covers a big chunk of your tuition, which is a life-changing edge. Now, if you're a student who wants structured support without the distractions of a study group, we offer personalized LSAT coaching services designed specifically to help you maximize your solo study efforts. This allows us to help you pinpoint your weaknesses, identifying exactly where you need to improve so you don't waste time on what you already know. We can build you a customized strategy with a step-by-step plan tailored to your goals, your timeline, and your learning style, and we provide you with ongoing accountability without any aimless group chats. Instead, we give you focused sessions where we measure your progress and adjust your strategy as you need. This is perfect if you want the results and the discipline of a professional framework without being bogged down by group dynamics that don't serve you. If that resonates, you could check out the links below to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. Now, here is the backbone of what I recommend to every LSAT student committed to elevating their scores through independent self-study. There are 5 steps involved. First, you assess your baseline. you take a practice test and analyze each section where you're getting tripped up and where you're running out of time. Then you define clear goals. Maybe you want to jump from a 150 to a 165 or from a 165 to a 175. Whatever it is, you write it down and break it into smaller targets. You got to have weekly goals as well. For example, you might say, I want to improve my accuracy in logical reasoning from 70% to 80% this week through drilling. Then you focus on your weak areas. You don't want to waste time spinning your wheels with what you're already familiar with. Instead, you spend your time on your toughest question types and strategies. And of course, remember that consistency beats intensity. 20 minutes in your trouble spots could do more than 2 hours in a group setting discussing random questions. Then review and refine. For every question you get wrong, analyze what tricked you. Did you misread something or did you misapply a strategy? Then you adjust your approach based on these insights. This iterative process is how you break bad habits and replace them with better strategies. Now, self-study doesn't mean that you're not getting support. I do recommend that you seek guidance from experts or structured classes specifically designed around LSAT success with accountability, with motivation, with support clearly laid out for you without wasting any time. Because if you can get expert advice, you're not going to waste time relearning a flawed technique. Instead, you accelerate your results by focusing on the exact skills that you need to sharpen. Now, we've talked about how groups can waste your time, but let's go a bit deeper into the hidden cost: mental energy. Every time you switch from one person's approach to another's, you're draining your cognitive resources. Consistency is key on the LSAT, and mental clutter can derail your timing, logic, and confidence when you're under the clock. And of course, in a group, it's easy to feel like you're making progress just by showing up, but showing up doesn't mean that you're mastering the material. Real progress shows up in your practice test results. If you're not seeing tangible, concrete improvement, it's time to try out a different method. Now, if you're feeling like your current study group just isn't cutting it, or you just want to make sure you're getting the absolute best results, grab the free Easy LSAT cheat sheet linked below this video, and feel free to book a call with me and my team. We'd be glad to help you out. You might be surprised by how quickly your scores improve once you leave the study group behind and focus on your own targeted progress, ideally with personalized expert support. Anyway, folks, that's all for now. In the meantime, I'll wish you all the best and take care.